This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning. IPI Financial Services and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hayes. Steel Fabrications. At Steel Fabrications, they know how to do it right. They also wish all the local high school athletes well in all they do. Lifetime Dental. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time you're needing construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning. IPI Financial Services and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hayes. Steel Fabrications. At Steel Fabrications, they know how to do it right. They also wish all the local high school athletes well in all they do. Lifetime Dental. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time you're needing construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire. More than just tires, they do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hayes. Steel Fabrications. At Steel Fabrications, they know how to do it right. They also wish all the local high school athletes well in all they do. Lifetime Dental. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time you're needing construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire. More than just tires, they do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hayes. Steel Fabrications. At Steel Fabrications, they know how to do it right. They also wish all the local high school athletes well in all they do. Lifetime Dental. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time you're needing construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire. More than just tires, they do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're
Welcome to the Hayes High Sports Network. Dustin Armbruster, Kurt David in the booth. Jaden to our left, filming for ECTV and HayesPost.com, and Vivian and Hayes at our KFIX studio. The Hayes High Sports Network, powered by Thirsties in the Venue. This is the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship. Bracket play starts tonight. Hayes High in Cessna Stadium in Wichita, on the campus of Wichita State University, to take on the Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders. Kurt David, who gets the ball first?
Hey, Captains Keaton Markley, Palmer Hutchinson, Logan Schulte, and Chase Browse. They are the captains for the Indians tonight, and like last week, the Hayes High Indians win the toss and elect to receive the ball. So the Hayes High Indians are going to get the offense on offense first. They're going to get the ball first, and we'll see if they can put together a game-opening drive just like last week against the Salina Central Mustangs that put the Hayes High Indians up 7-0.
Kickoff is being brought to you by the Eagle Marketing Solutions. Maximize your advertising dollars with Eagle Marketing Solutions. Hayes High will go right to left on a picture-perfect night, 55 degrees on Friday night. The kickoff is coming from J.D. Mash, a junior, high end-over-end kick that'll settle in at the 10 for Roy Maroney. Left side return on the hash, 20, gets near the 25, cuts it up and gets run out of bounds by Capen's Tiger Jones. And Hayes High will have good starting field position at the 27-yard line, moving right to left. On the offensive line for the Indians, it's Luke Fletcher at tackle. Left guard is Logan Schulte. Center, Colton Schindler. Right guard, Jack Fort. Right tackle, first career start for Brock Loomis. Quarterback is Palmer Hutchison. Running back is Hayden Brown. Back into the starting lineup after missing last week, wide receiver Mason Ibarra, freshman Jaron Kanik, Cole Schrader, and Dylan Reuter, as the Hayes High Indians trot onto the field wearing their white jerseys, maroon pants, maroon numbers, the spear across each side of the helmet on the white helmet. Shotgun formation for Hutchison from the 27. Play clock is already down to 2 seconds. Hayes High is going to end up taking a delay of game on the first play of the game. So it will be to the 22, first and 15. Kapaun is in all blue, blue jerseys, blue pants, white knee-high socks, white helmets with a blue logo. And your uniform update is brought to you by Phase 2. Thanks to Phase 2 for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Quick turnaround and ready to help your team. From the left hash, now at the 22-yard line, 3 wide receivers left. It's a handoff to Hayden Brown. Cuts it outside, gets a little crease, gets the yardage back on the penalty. He's at the 30. He's run out of bounds on the Kapaun sideline on a violent sideline tackle by Scott Valentes, the safety who is heading to Columbia University, but a nice gain on first down to the 31, 9 yards for Hayden Brown.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what causes a delay of game on penalty on the first play of the game, but the Hayes High Indians did exactly what they needed to do on that play. They slowed down. Both the left guard and left tackle pulled to the right side, and Hayden Brown slowed down to watch to see where the hole opened up.
From the right hash, second down and medium. A handoff to Brown, straight up the middle, gets near the first down marker. He'll be a yard and a half, maybe 2 short. Third down and 2 for the Indians as Brown picks up 4 yards and has third down and 2 from the 35-yard line. Indians this year converting on 48% of third downs. Hayes quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 left, 1 right. The 1 right receiver is Dylan Reuter, and Kapaun jumps off sides. Hard snap count is going to give Hayes High a free first down. Jumping is Nick Spicer, the linebacker, and Hayes High a free first at the 40.
Boy, Palmer Hutchinson did a great job with the count. It was Nick Spicer and Douglas Bates. 2 Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders jumped that time. Give the Hayes High Indians a first down at the 40-yard line.
Same formation, 3 left. Dylan Reuter, 1 wide receiver to the right, 6 in the box with 4 down linemen for Kapaun. From the right hash, another handoff, no play action pass thrown over the middle, caught by Schrader. First down into Kapaun territory. He'll be brought down at the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 13 yards on the first pass completion of the game.
And there again, Palmer Hutchinson very calmly allowing his line to block and find an open receiver. He squared up and threw a nice first down pass into Crusader territory.
Already back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff Brown, counter play left to the 45. Runs through a tackle, still on his feet, and a first down on a gain of 10 to the 37. Hayden Brown ran right through a would-be tackler in the middle of the field, 10 yards to the 37.
All right, the Hayes High Indians moving the ball down the field again, just like the first possession of the game last week at Salina Central. Nice to see the Hayes High Indians starting this week 9 strong.
Hayes High quickly to the line of scrimmage, but now looks to the sideline for the play. 3 wide receivers left. Cole Schrader is just off the left hip of the left tackle, Luke Fletcher. Still staring at the sideline with 7 on the snap clock. The snap with 3, handoff Brown again straight up the middle. This time he stood up for a short gain of 2 to the 35.
Yeah, I know what the Hayes High coaching staff is doing there. There's Hayden Cole up front, 275-pound senior defensive tackle. And the other defensive tackle, they're split wide, so there is a huge gap over center where Colt Schendollar has to play. But boy, the linebacker certainly filled quickly there for the Crusaders.
From the middle of the field, 3 left, 1 right, 2nd down and 8. It's an end around. Keaton Markley's going to look down the field. He's throwing for Palmer Hutchison, but it's short. It was a wide receiver pass. Hutchison was open, but Keaton Markley had to run deep into the backfield, never got a chance to step into the throw, incomplete.
Boy, didn't get to throw, so it was a short throw, and boy, had it been 1 yard longer, there was a Crusader there ready to intercept that ball, so not good that it was a short throw, but it hadn't been a yard longer. That ball would have been intercepted and possibly a pick 6.
3rd and 8 from the 35. Hayes High likely here in 4-down territory. Now Kapaun goes to 3-down linemen. Reuter, the lone wide receiver, to the right. Ibarra, Kanik, and Schrader, who has the only catch of the game, to the left. Now Crusader showing blitz on this 3rd and 8. Handoff Brown. He's going to stutter step, get caught in the backfield, maybe get a yard to the 34-yard line. That hole blitzed on the gaps by the linebackers closed quickly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they were showing blitz, they played blitz, and there was no deception there. There were no pulling guards or tackles on that play. It was just straightforward blocking, not even a fake or any chance to try to distract the Crusader blitzing linebackers.
9:30 to go, first quarter, game's opening drive. Hayes High right to left, 4th down and 7, we'll call it. From the Kapaun 34-yard line, Hayes High lines up like they'll go for it in this Week 9 bracket play game. Snap back to Palmer Hutchison, rolls out left, throws down the field. High catch, but then knocked free in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, freshman Jaron Kanik. It was a little high, but he couldn't haul it in. Incomplete, and the Indians lose the ball on downs.
Boy, too bad. An 8-play drive. There were 3 first downs on that drive. Boy, the Hayes High Indians brought the ball 44 yards down the field, just couldn't convert on 4th down.
2 minutes and 50 seconds on the drive, but the Crusaders now on offense, an offense that averages about 24 points per ball game. They'll go 2 left and 1 right. They go with a big tight end to the right side, Schmitz. It's a handoff to the right side. Valentez trapped in the backfield and taken down. Check that. That's not Valentez. It is the running back Hunter Shanka, the junior, getting the start, and he is taken down for a yard loss. 2nd and 11, and already back to the line of scrimmage is Kapaun. They want to throw left side to Shanka. Behind the line of scrimmage, he gets hit, spins out of a tackle, taken down at the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 10 for the Crusaders, who averaged 246 yards of offense this year. 137 rushing, 109 passing. And now they'll bring in the spread and the senior Scott Valentez, who is headed to Columbia University for football. He'll line up to the right of the quarterback, Jack Hacking. 2 left, 2 right on this 3rd and 10. Hacking back to pass, doesn't have pressure. Now will tuck and run, step up to the line of scrimmage, throw it deep down the field, over the head of everybody, incomplete. And the Indians hold on 3 downs, and punting will be the Kapaun Crusaders.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hayes High Indians had that well covered, and I don't know where Hacking was throwing the ball. He overthrew his receiver by 15 yards. Obviously miscommunication there on the part of the passing scheme for the Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders, and the Hayes High Indians are getting the ball back after a 3 and out.
So after giving the ball up on downs, Kapaun has just 3 plays, and they will punt. It'll be Jarris Kennedy to punt the football away for the Crusaders. Back to return the kick is going to be Jaron Kanik. He'll let it roll inside the 30, down to the 25, and will be downed there. A 41-yard punt, but after 1 possession for each team, the Hayes High Indians have the football back with 7:58 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless game.
How about that? A 3 and out drive, and the Crusaders net a -1 yard on that drive.
Hayes High football brought to you by Midwest Energy, Heartland Building Center, Next Tech, USAFE Pharmacy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Horizon Appliance and Electronics. So the Indians went 8 plays, but lost the ball on downs the first go around. They'll have the ball at the 25-yard line. Brown to the left of Palmer Hutchison, throwing on first down, looking left side, caught by Mason Ibarra on a slant. He's near midfield and upended as he goes close to the 45-yard line. A slant to Ibarra, the senior missed last week with a broken finger, up to the 43 on a gain of 18.
Okay, the Hayes High Indians can move the ball. They did it well last time with an 8-play drive and 3 first downs, and now a first down on the first play of this second drive of the game.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage, Hutchison calling out the hard snap count. Nobody jumped, so everybody will look to the Hayes High sideline. They brought everybody on the team, every freshman, JV, and varsity player on the roster. Hutchison takes the snap, hands off Brown, no play action, throws over the middle. High catch by Schrader, goes up and catches it at the midfield stripe. That's a gain of 7. Nice catch by Schrader, his second of the game.
Tell you what, again, Palmer Hutchins. That was a quick throw Palmer Hutchinson made, but again, we saw him slow down and not the quick feet, allowing his line to block, taking the time to find the open receiver, and he did it again.
Passes of 18 and now 7. 2 right, 2 left from the middle of the field. Indians right to left. Here comes the blitz. It's a handoff to Brown. Gets the first down into Kapaun territory right at the first down marker. And the official says the Indians get the 3 yards to the 47. 6 carries for Hayden Brown for 29 yards.
Jack Ford, the 6-foot, 220-pound senior, he's playing right guard, and he pulled from the right guard position and totally took out a defensive tackle, opening up that hole, allowing for the first yard gain. Great pulling block, Jack Ford.
3 wide receivers right. Ibarra, the one to the left, he's double covered on that side. Kapaun shows blitz as a screen, and the Indians are blowing up on the screen play to Jaron Canick for a loss of yards back onto their own side of the field on the wide receiver screen. Hayes High from the Kapaun 47 loses yardage back to their own 47, a loss of 6.
Yeah, Kapaun had seen that play on film, or they somehow knew that play was coming because they sniffed that out very well. They were very much on that, knew that was a screen play all the way.
2nd and 16 for the Indians from the right hash. Now back from their own 47. Kapaun brings an edge blitz as it's a screen set over the middle. Caught by Hayden Brown, has room to the 50, 45. Gets upended inside of that 45-yard line of the Kapaun Crusaders. And whistles. Do we have a flag somewhere? And it does not appear so. All of the officials' whistles were blowing. Ball to the 43-yard line of Kapaun. And Kapaun jumps again on a hard snap count. It makes 3rd and 6, 3rd and 1.
Same side of the line. I think the same player of the game who was offside early on in that first drive. Again, it's going from that far side of the defensive line of scrimmage. I think the same player jumping again.
Indians 0 for 1 on 3rd down, but 3rd and 6 just turned into 3rd and 1 at the 38-yard line. Brown to the right of Palmer Hutchison, 4-down lineman for the Crusaders. Handoff to Hayden Brown, just puts his head down, runs into the back of his line, and I don't know. Wow. It looked like he had pushed his way through for a first down, but that far side official from where Hayes High is standing runs in and says no first down. Hayes High probably goes for it on 4th and 1. Hayes High 0 for 2 now on 3rd down.
It's going to be inches here, and boy, you got to wonder if Palmer Hutchins is going to try quarterback sneaking this. Colton Schendoller's doing a great job
underneath the line, calls for the quick snap, and then that center of the line moves 2 yards for a first down.
Yeah.
Good job by Logan Schulte, Colton Schendoller, and Jack Fort as Palmer Hutchison came under center. The Indians just surged forward for 2 yards and a first down.
Yeah, Colton Schendoller's been playing it good, doing good on both of these first 2 drives of the game and pretty easily controlling the middle part of that field.
No score, 4:50 to go. Indians into Kapaun territory for a second time. They lost the ball on downs, then held Kapaun to a 3-and-out. Brown to the left of Hutchison. Kapaun brings a blitz. It's going to be a play-action pass over the middle. It is caught down inside of the 5-yard line. Jaron Canick, the freshman, all the way down to the 2. It's a gain of 34 yards.
Boy, not only a great pass and a great reception, but I'll tell you what, the Hayes High Indians got a great spot on that with the ball at the 2.
Hayes High hustles down on Canick's 2nd catch of the game. First for positive yardage. And the Indians into the red zone, where they have scored on almost every one of their possessions this year. From the 2, handoff Brown, tests the left side, cuts it up, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Hayes High Indians. It is the Indians' 22nd red zone touchdown of the year out of 26 opportunities. Hayden Brown to pay dirt for the 11th time this year. 6-0 Hayes High, 4:16 to go first quarter.
And another great example of Hayden Brown just pausing a moment to see where his blockers were and then finding an open hole in a gap just off the left guard and getting into the end zone.
Cole Schrader on to attempt the extra point. 28 of 34 this year. Snap is high. Tucker Veach holds, and this one is no good. It missed to the left and never had a chance. 6-0 Hayes High. They have the lead on an impressive drive that puts $25 into the Athletic Booster Club, donated by Horizon Appliance and Electronics. TVs, appliances, Traeger grills, and Tempur-Pedic bedding. Open 7 days a week, 1501 East 27th Street in Hayes.
Wow, the second consecutive 8-play drive for the Hayes High Indians to start this game in the fourth quarter, but this one goes 75 yards in 8 plays for a touchdown. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. What a solid drive for the Hayes High Indians.
Kapaun has had the ball for 3 plays in a little less than a minute.
And total of -1 yard on offense.
So Hayes High defense now will get a chance to come back out onto the field after this kick return. Indian football brought to you by Steel Fabrications, Eagle Communications, Discount Siding, Big Creek Veterinary, Lewis Automotive Group, and Insurance Planning. To return for the Crusaders, they have about 4 different returners. Andrew Jamino is one of them, standing at the 10. And so is Cale Curtis, a couple of primarily defensive players. Schrader will tee it up at the 40, middle of the field, kicking right to left with a 6-0 lead. And the kick is a high pooch kick to the right sideline, where Curtis watches it bounce, picks it up at the 20, tries a left side return. The Indians are there to make the tackle. Great special teams tackle by Roy Maroney, the bandit backer. And Hayes High back onto the field defensively, where they held Kapaun to a 3-and-out the first go-around. Kapaun with the ball at about the 28-yard line.
Yep, Kapaun's got the ball at the 28-yard line. They started at the 34-yard line, their own 34-yard line this time, so similar territory. So went 3-and-out on their first drive of the game. We'll see what the Hayes High Indian defense can do this time to try to, again, control the Crusaders.
No wide receivers. It's a power I formation for Kapaun. They give it to Valenta's left side. Indians with a great defensive push. Valenta makes 1, 2, 3 guys miss, and he's still on his feet coming to the near side. Makes another miss at the 45, near sideline, and he's going to score. He should have been taken down in the backfield for a loss of 5. Instead, it's a 6-all ball game. Hayes High had Valentes, the Columbia University commit, dead to rights in the backfield, and instead he ends up going 72 yards for a gut punch of a touchdown.
That is a gut punch of the touchdown, but the Hayes High Indians, if they can get to the sideline with the coaching staff, they will know and they'll see what they did is they over-pursued. They over-pursued on that run that looked like it was going to the outside, and they looked like it had well captured, and Scott Valentes just saw the open hole back to the near side of the field and took advantage of it. That's a coachable moment and something that the Hayes High Indians can correct easily.
Well, now J.D. Mash on to give Kapaun the lead at 7-6. The extra point is good, and Hayes High now trails by a point. So Kapaun has had the ball for less than 2 minutes, but they lead 7-6. Boy, Hayes High missed 4 different tackles in the backfield. And you're right, Kurt David, over-pursued, and now will have to come from behind at the 3:58 mark of the first quarter for Scott Valentes. It is his 10th touchdown rush of the season.
Well, again, that's certainly a very disappointing play for the Hayes High Indians to give up. And from what we understand of this Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusader offense, big plays are like that are not the norm for this offense. But the Hayes High Indians over-pursued. They really should have had that play stop. Again, a coachable moment that the Hayes High Indian coaching staff, if they're talking about it right now on the sidelines, will take care of.
And it'll be that power I formation, by the way. Hayes High got a good push on it. That left side, the backside over pursued just a little bit. Hayes High will send Jaron Canick to return at the 5, along with Hayden Brown, who has 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. Indians 16 plays of
and who's going to take control of it. And pins the Hayes High Indians back on the 20-yard line.
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update: Mays 7, Liberal 0. And Dodge City 3, Junction City 0. Some first quarter scores. Hayes Kalon scoreboard update for the green grass you won in the spring. Starts with spraying in the fall and in the spring again. Contact Hayes Kalon. Indians with 10 seconds on the play clock as they get into position on 1st and 10, right to left from the 20 down 7-6. Snap back to Palmer Hutchison. High snap. He's going to keep it himself and get wrapped up and dropped for a loss of 2 back to the 18-yard line. Capon says that the ball came out, but the official says no, play was over. Loss of a yard back to the 19. Hutchison's just second carry of the game. Hayes High needs to make sure they keep the energy up. You're leading 6-0. Capon with a big 72-yard run on the only play of the drive. Takes the lead on the extra point. 2 left, 2 right. Hutchison to throw. Looks to the right side for Brown. Makes a bobbling catch. Makes a man miss at the 20. Then ushered out of bounds at the 21. Good pursuit. Hayes High has 3rd and 9. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd down tonight.
Yeah, that's the second time now we've seen the speed of the secondary of the Crusaders. Hayden Brown on previous plays and previous teams gets to the outside and can outrun a number of defenders, but these Crusader secondaries are pursuing quickly. That time only a 2-yard gain for Hayden.
Well, Hayes High got to make sure that the air didn't come out of their sails on that 72-yard run. Indians 8 plays on each of their first 2 drives, but now they face 3rd down. Blitz shown by Capon. They back off of it. Hutchison has to roll out, has nobody to throw to, just tucks and runs, gets a yard to the 22. Hayes High 3 and out. Will have to punt for the first time this evening. And that was much better defense by Capon. Indians had nowhere to throw, and it'll be Palmer Hutchison to punt for the first time tonight, 27th on the season. 3:04 to go, first quarter. Hayes will punt from their own 22-yard line. 3 plays and 2 yards. Hutchison will punt this thing away. Right foot, low over-end kick that is caught at the 48-yard line. Far side return by J.D. Mash. Excuse me, that is not Mash. That is actually the returner Jacob Nye back into Hayes High territory at about the 40. Now the Hayes High defense needs to stand up tall, trailing 7-6, 2:53 to go first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. That's after 2 consecutive 8-play drives. Of course, the second one going for 75 yards and a touchdown. That time a 3 and out by the Hayes High Indians that netted only 2 yards.
From the plus 41-yard line for the Crusaders. Do they go back to the power I? Nope, they'll spread things out, hacking to the shotgun. Valentes and Honka will be the running backs, both in the backfield, left and right. Hacking will take the shotgun snap. Counter play to Honka, hit in the backfield, escapes a tackle, but this time it is Myers and Hutchison to make sure that he doesn't break free on a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, that time it wasn't over pursuit, but there was a missed tackle there in the backfield that could have held that at the line of scrimmage, but otherwise now a 3-play drop. That was a 3-yard gain for the Crusaders.
Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications. Wi-Fi dead zones, their history with Boost from Eagle. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Valentes, the running back, right of Hacking. Indians show blitz on the option play. It's an option 2. Valentes, watch out near sideline. He's going to get hit, rake through a tackle, get pushed out of bounds inside the 10. Boy, Hayes High having problems with 6'3", 200-pound Scott Valentes, who takes this option play down to the 7-yard line, a gain of 31. He's already over 100 yards rushing.
Valentes is hard to bring down. Now, that was an option play. If you believe in the rule that the quarterback should always be hit on the option play, the Hayes High Indians took care of that. A solid hit on the quarterback for the Crusaders, but by that time he had already pitched the ball out to Valentes, who's now at the 14-yard line.
Honka to the right. They'll have the right guard is lined up to the left. It's a keeper by the quarterback. Hacking, he gets hit at the 6. The Indians trying to strip the football. Flying in there trying to strip it away was Palmer Hutchison, who makes the tackle at the 6. Just a gain of 1 by Hacking, who doesn't run often. 43 carries for 33 yards, and right back in the game comes Scott Valentes. And the radio guy for Capon, previously in Dodge City with the Red Demons, had a chance to talk with Mark Zillman. He said Valentes is the real deal. He's lined up left of Hacking on this 2nd and goal from the 6. It's an option left this time. Hacking gets away from the initial hit. He's going to be taken down by Hutchison at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2. 4-yard gain by Hacking. And this is likely, you would imagine, 4-down territory for this Kapaun offensive line that goes 235, 255, 230, 220, and 285. And then when they take their right guard, Werney, into the backfield, they bring in Phillips at 225. They'll go power I formation on 3rd and goal from the 2. And a third back in now is Doug Bates, a 215-pound sophomore. Indians showing blitz. It's a handoff to Valentes near side. Gets hit. Is he in? He reaches and crosses the goal line. Got hit with his back to the goal. The Indians tried to take him down, but spinning around, Valentes gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 42 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Hayes High down 13-6.
Boy, 5 plays to bring it 41 yards. Now that the Crusaders got the ball in advantageous field position because of the 3 and out due to the Indians. They got the ball at the Hayes High Indians 41-yard line, but the way Valentes is carrying that ball, that drive could have started back at the 2-yard line and the Crusaders would be in the end zone. Extra
point from J.D. Mash is on the way. It is good, and the Indians are down by 8 now at 14-6. And Kurt David, like a week ago, the Hayes High Indians scored first, took the lead, and then saw the other team start to string together consecutive drives for scores.
Yeah, that was a 5-play drive for 41 yards. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock, so it leaves 42.5 seconds left in this 1st quarter for the Hayes High Indians. But the Indians will get the ball back on offense. 2 good, solid drives, but most recently the 3 and out that the Hayes High Indians will need to correct upon.
14-6, long ways to go, but we've seen the Indians at times take the lead at Junction City on the first drive of the game, at Salina Central, but then fall behind and have to have a hard-fought 4th quarter comeback to even have a shot to be back in the ball game. And Hayes High looks like going to have to try to overcome the same thing, trailing 14-6. 42 seconds to go in the 1st quarter from Cessna Stadium, side of the 1 through 6A state track meet. What a spectacle that is every year. If you've never been, make plans at some point to take in at least a day, and especially the championship Saturday day, as J.D. Mash lines up his 3rd kickoff of the 1st quarter. And the kick is going to be an end-over-end one towards Maroney. Is going towards the sideline. Maroney picks it up at the 17. Left side return 20. 25. Turns on the Jets 30. Gets taken down around the waist near the 35-yard line. They'll mark him at the 34. Hayes High, decent starting field position, but after going 3 and out, need to put something together here on drive number 4.
Yeah, that time the receiving team, Maroney, fielded that ball, and the receiving team gave him kind of a lead block. Not quite the traditional wedge that you see, but 2 or 3 lead blockers there for Maroney to run behind, and he gets to the 34-yard line.
Hutchison is leading the 4-seed Topeka High 21-0 in the 2nd quarter. Dodge City is just taking a 10-0 lead over Junction City in our Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. 3 left, 1 right. Palmer Hutchison, handoff, nope, keeper by himself, goes to the right side, 40, 45, gets through a tackle, and if he keeps his feet, he might be gone. Upended on an 11-yard run to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Palmer Hutchinson had both Logan Schulte and Luke Fletcher pulling from the left side. He had both of those players to run behind, so he had 4 men on the right side of the line of scrimmage, took advantage of that, and you're right, if he keeps his feet, he's in the end zone.
3 left. 1 right on the right hash from the 45. Indians down a score and a 2-point conversion. Play action pass. Hutchison steps up, eludes a would-be tackler, now moves it back to the line of scrimmage, gains a yard to the 46. That time coming off the right edge, a defender got deep into the backfield. It was defensive tackle Douglas Bates who will go out to the defensive end position to bust up that play. End of 1. It is the Indians trailing Kapaun 14-6 on the road to a championship. Brought to you by Redeem Designs on the Hayes High Sports Network, powered by Thirsties and the Venue.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality.
Glad to see you're back.
These are my favorite shorts, and I have no idea what I got on them.
It's just peanut butter. We can get that out.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
This is Eagle TV.
To start the second quarter, Palmer Hutchison to throw against the blitz, gets trapped in the backfield, now rolls out, throws over the middle. It's incomplete, trying for Mason Ibarra, who thought he was held on the play. Incomplete, 3rd and 9. Lots of pressure in the face of Palmer Hutchison that time.
Lots of pressure, and Palmer Hutchison trying to thread that needle, trying to get that ball to a well-covered receiver, and wow, what a dangerous throw, but it falls incomplete.
7 for 9 for Palmer through the air so far, 78 yards, including the 34-yard pass that set up Jaron Canick and the Indians for a touchdown that was running by Hayden Brown. 2 left, 2 right on this 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. Canick in motion in front of the face mask of Hutchison, who will step back 3 steps, throw the screen, pump fake, now get it to Brown. Brown tackled for a loss. Boy, the Kapaun defense had that read. They sniffed out screen immediately, and Hayes on the screen is going to lose 3 yards.
Yeah, and there was no lead blocker out there. No blocker had gotten to the outside in order to protect Hayden Brown, so there were 2 Crusader defenders right there in his face the second that he caught that ball.
So Hayes High looks like they'll be punting for a second consecutive possession, now trailing by the score of 14-6. They were at the 46, pushed back to the 43-yard line. Hutchison takes the snap, steps into the punt, puts it over top of the returner's head. It'll roll to a stop at the 20-yard line, and it will be Kapaun football, but they have a 14-6 lead. They had a 1-play touchdown drive, and then they had a 5-play touchdown drive, and they'll try to put a nail into this game in the early portions of the second quarter. A punt of 36 yards for Palmer Hutchison. Indians have gone loss of ball on downs, touchdown, punt, punt. And now Kapaun, who's gone punt, touchdown, touchdown, has it at their own 21, their worst starting field position of the night. 2 right, 2 left, no running backs. Flag on the play. Here is the quarterback hacking, scrambling, looking down the field. Now just throws it towards the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. The flag is on the near sideline from where the Kapaun group stands, thrown just in front of the long jump pits. And the flag, just the second of the game, is a false start on the Crusaders, and so the Indian coaching staff being consulted if they want to move them back 5 or take 2nd and 10. The penalty will be accepted, the first on the Crusaders. Ball back to the 16-yard line. Indian football brought to you by High Plains Farm Credit, High Plains Roofing, Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, and Linda Seibel, and this is the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship. Your team can look like champions when you use Redeem Designs on Vine in Hayes, and the online store they'll set up for you. 2 in the backfield this time for Kapaun. Handoff to Valentes. He'll run to the left side. Indians there on him that time as Gavin Myers and Garrett Reimer combined for the tackle. And that is Jarris Kennedy who lined up in the backfield. 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12 after a 3-yard gain. To the 19.
Logan Schulte now in there at that defensive tackle position, stuffing up that line of scrimmage a little bit.
Kapaun very deliberate here on 2nd and 12. 10:20 to go, second quarter. Crusaders with a 8-point lead. Indians missed an extra point to make it an 8 instead of 7-point game. 2 in the backfield, and somebody jumped. Boy, flags all over the place. It's a delay a game. There's a delay a game, and there's a false start. The delay a game is the one. Nope, they'll call the false start. Kapaun, the second on this drive, 2nd down and 17. The ball backed up to the 14-yard line, and Hayes High really has to take advantage of this situation now. 1 wide receiver right, 1 left for Hacking, who has 2 running backs in the backfield. 1 to his right, 1 to his left. Hacking will take the snap. It's going to be a play-action pass looking deep down over the right sideline. It is incomplete, just outside the outstretched hands of Jarris Kennedy, who has 1 catch this season for a touchdown. He's a diving attempt away from 45 yards.
Important play for the Hayes High Indian defensively now. 3rd and 17 for the Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders. This is an important play for the Hayes High Indians to try to get this ball back here early on in the 2nd quarter.
Just the 2nd pass attempts by Jack Hacking. He's 40 for 99 entering the year, or entering the game, for 531 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's 1 for 2 tonight for 1 yard. 2 in the backfield, and there's Scott Valentes once again. He's to the left of the quarterback. High snap, play action pass, same play, looking over the right side of the field. That one's out of bounds by about 4 yards. 3 and out on the drive, and Hayes High should get good starting field position following the 2nd punt by Kapaun tonight.
2 overthrown balls by Hacking, and really not a lot of pressure. The defensive line for the Hayes High Indians holding steady at the line of scrimmage, but not able to put pressure on Hacking, so he had plenty of time to throw that ball. He's just overthrown it twice.
Punt from the 14-yard line. And it will be Maroney back to, or rather, check that, Jaron Canick to return the punt. A lone line drive punt. This is returnable, but he'll let it bounce. He can still pick it up, and he will. Finally back at the 34, middle return, 40, and get taken down hard. And, well, that right knee crumpled back, but he appears to be okay. And Hayes High will have their best starting field position of the night. They'll start at their own 42-yard line. Hayes High down 14-6, 9:46 to go first half. They still have a pulse here in quarter number 2 as the 11 seed visiting the 6 seed Kapaun Crusaders.
Well, Hayes High Indian defense has held Crusaders to 2 3-and-outs, that time for a net negative 2 yards, and Crusaders didn't help themselves out with a couple penalties on that drive.
From the 42 left to right in this 2nd quarter, the Indians have 3 wide receivers right. Hutchison with Brown to his right. Handoff to Hayden. Hayden stood up, and what was working early on those inside counters and slow developing plays is getting gobbled up. That time Hayden Cole, the 275-pound defensive tackle, blows his way into the backfield, no gain on the play. Hayden, 8 carries, 31 yards, and the Indians only score. 2nd and 10 for the Indians from their own 42. Indians 0 for 4 on 4th down, 1 for 2 on 4th down tonight. 3 right, 1 left for Palmer. Kapaun shows blitz. They don't bring it. Flag on the play. And a false start on the Indians. Their 2nd 5-yard penalty of the night makes it 2nd and 15 from the 37, and that was right at the snap.
Yeah, and that blitz caused somebody to stutter there on the offensive line for the Indians.
Hayes High football brought to you by State Glass Company, Dave's Auto Repair, Roof Masters, and Jeter Law Firm. Throughout the night, very important Hayes Kalon scoreboard updates to get to you. It is 16-7 Dodge City over Junction City in quarter number 2. Mays up on Liberal 21-0. 3 right, 1 left, 2nd and 15. Hutchison, a straight backdrop to throw. Slant into the hands of Ibarra. He'll pick up 4 for 3rd and 11.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 11. This is a long play. Hayes High Indians really need to find a way to pick up 11 yards here and keep this drive going. This ball out of the Crusader offense.
And you especially want to after holding the Crusaders to 3 and out inside their own 20. Again, I almost said Junction City with the blue and white. Kapaun almost jumped off sides, and now a timeout by Hayes High. So the Indians want to talk over this play with 8:23 to go 2nd quarter. They led 6-0 after missing an extra point following a 2-yard Hayden Brown touchdown run. And then back-to-back touchdowns by the Crusaders. 1 play after the Indians took that 6-0 lead, Scott Valentes went 72 yards. The extra point put Kapaun up, and that right now has kind of been the gut punch that the Indians are working through. Other scores from around the state of Kansas, and you expect a lot of blowouts tonight, quite honestly, because of the 1 versus 16s, 2 versus 15s, and well, so far it's happening. Derby over Lawrence, 21-0 after the first quarter. McPherson over Independence, 32-0. Hillsboro on top of Yates Center, 26-7. Sacred Heart ahead of Ellis, 7-0. Plainville up on Republic County, 14-0. El Saline against La Crosse leads 27-0. Lots of shutouts in some of these games. Your Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. TMP beating Lions 16-6. 5 wide receivers for the Indians on 3rd and 12. 3 down linemen for the Crusaders as they right now back off of the blitz pressure. Snap back to Hutchison. Here comes the delayed blitz. Pass over the middle to Kanik. He has to turn around, makes the catch. He's at the 30, 20. He's going up the middle of the field, and he's going to score a bobbling catch and a touchdown for the Hayes High Indians. Jaron Kanik, his 2nd of his season. And this one puts the Indians on the board with 8:12 to go, now trailing 14-12.
And now the Hayes High Indians put a 3-play, 75-yard drive together of their own and get in the end zone. Now they score 14-12. The Indians are going to try the single extra point instead of going for 2 to tie the game up.
Not trying to chase the points early. Schrader to attempt the point after. This one straight on, and that one is good. So 14-13, Hayes High elects not to chase the points. 8:12 to go, and that touchdown in the second quarter, that touchdown adds $25 to the Athletic Booster Club donated by Horizon Appliance and Electronics.
Hey, what a great timeout to take there, the Hayes High Indians on a 3rd and 11 play, and taking advantage of really only a 3-man front, no blitz, gave Palmer Hutchinson plenty of time to find his open receiver. The Hayes High Indians took advantage of a Crusader defense that really had backed off into an almost prevent type defense.
What a catch by Jaron Kanik. He kind of had to go behind him. It was bobbled, and he still came up with it. 59 yards on the catch. Kanik with 3 catches now for 87 yards. And the Indians back within a point, 14-13, and the defense and special teams will try to give the Indians a chance to get the football back. Remember, Hayes took the ball when they won the toss, so Kapaun will get the ball to start the second half. Jamino and Kale back to return this kick, a high short kick to the right side, 20-yard line for Jamino. Hayes High lets him get by the first wave, have to make a tackle from behind, past the 40, good starting field position for the Crusaders at the 42-yard line.
Okay, last drive of the game for the Crusaders was a 3-and-out that netted 2 yards. But the last time the Hayes High Indians did a 3-and-out for the Crusaders, that was the first drive of the game, and the Crusaders followed it up with that long pass play to Scott Valentes. So Hayes High Indians need to make sure they control their defense over pursue and find a way to wrap up Valentes.
Kapaun will break the huddle with 13 seconds on the snap clock. The running back this time is Honka, a blocking back to the left. Shotgun snap with 2 on the snap clock. Handoff to Honka, straight up the middle. Fumbles the football. Hayes High recovers. Hayes High recovers the fumble. Trey Adams jarred it free. It is Tucker Veach with his first career fumble recovery. Hayes High football at their own 45-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hawking had a great fake there. The Hayes High Indians thought that ball was going to Valentes, and Hacking kept the ball, taking it down the field, but then the tackle and the forced fumble by the Hayes High Indians getting the ball back near midfield.
The 45 is well their market, and Hayes High down a point, has the ball with 7:56 to go in this first half. Kanik, who just caught the touchdown in motion from left to right. Palmer back to pass, pump fake, looks on the wheel route, it's intercepted. Oh, watch out, a wide return up the right sideline by Jamino. If that ball, and now a flag on the play, Jamino still on his feet is going to score. If that ball has another yard on it, it is a touchdown for the Hayes High Indians. Oh, goodness. It looks like this penalty, some of the Crusaders already walking backwards. It's after, by the way, the interception. It's going to take 6 off the board. If that ball's lofted in the air a little more, it is a touchdown for Hayes High. Instead, Hayes High gives the ball right back to the Crusaders on one play. Every time Hayes High builds a little momentum, every time they build just a little bit of wind at their back, it gets plucked away.
Well, we talked about this Crusader defense. That's the one positive thing they've had. 11 turnovers. This is now the 12th turnover force for the year. 7 of those have been fumbles, but 4 were interceptions. Now the 5th interceptions for the Crusaders on this 2018 year.
Whatever the penalty was, it was a 15-yard penalty on the Crusaders, so it'll be no touchdown. Crusader ball at the Indian 48-yard line. A play action, no keeper by Hacking. The Indians crunch him in the backfield for a loss of 1. They may give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. And, Hayes High, that was the right play call. And if Palmer has just another yard of air underneath the ball, Hayden Brown is cruising into the end zone.
Crusaders make a shift. Valentes is back in the game for the Crusaders.
You didn't figure he'd be out long after the previous running back, Honka, fumbled on his previous carry to that power I formation. This is what Valentes went for, that 72-yard run in the first quarter. Handoff to Valentes. He gets hit by Veach, who's starting at safety tonight inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. And a gain of 5 will set up 3rd and 5 for the Crusaders, who are 1 for 3 tonight. They'll hand it off to Valentes, left side this time. The Indians hit him at the feet and take him down in the backfield.
For a loss.
That is Gavin Nutting and the fellow freshman Gavin Myers with a big-time stick for a loss of a yard.
Now, 4th down, a shift of teammates coming in. Are they bringing in the punt team for the Crusaders?
Jarris Kennedy is their punter, and he's the one coming in. So the Hayes High defense forces a fumble. They get the offense gives it back on an interception, and now Hayes High, for the moment, looks like they've held on downs. But from the Hayes High side of the field, Jarris Kennedy, who lines up at running back, wide receiver, and has played 2 games at quarterback. The Indians need to watch out, and the punt is away. Canick will watch it roll over his head, and it'll roll down to the goal line. Yes, right on the goal line touchback. The Indians were a half a yard away from starting inside their own 1, but the defense holds 14-13. Indians down a point with 5:48 to go in the second quarter.
Well, Hayes High Indians throw the interception and give the ball back to the Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders and hold the Crusaders to the second consecutive 3-and-out possession. That time only allowing the Crusaders 3 yards on that possession.
Hayes High has outscored their opponents in the second quarter this year 79-48. So far they've outscored Kapaun 7-0. Let's see if they can add to it. With 5:48 to go, second quarter. Kapaun gets the ball to start half number 2. 3 wide receivers left, and 1 to the right is Dylan Reuter. Handoff, Hayden Brown. He's going to test the right side, get around the block of Luke Fletcher, then get to the 25 and taken down near the 26-yard line. Fletcher got out there and knocked a would-be tackler to the ground, and it gets extra yardage for Brown, who has 9 carries for 37 yards. Ball to the 26. Indians 2 timeouts remaining in the half. The Crusaders with all 3. Schrader, Canick, Ibarra to the left, Reuter to the right. The ball from the right hash. Handoff again, Brown. Nope, it's going to be a keeper by Palmer. Get to the left edge, gets a first down, 35-yard line, fumbles the football, and Kapaun has it.
Oh, Palmer Hutchinson had avoided a tackler and made a lateral move and got hit from the side. Didn't see it coming, and that ball popped out.
2 plays, fumble after a 1-play interception. And it is Scott Valentes who comes up with the fumble recovery. Crusaders a 3rd drive starting in Hayes territory, this time at the 35. Can the Indian defense again come up with a stop. The Indians had a first down across the 35. For offense, that is turnover number 22 on the year for Hayes High. Defensively, the Indians have forced 11. Valentes dots the power I. Man in motion to the left. It's a play action pass. Looking to the left side. Hacking now scrambling in the backfield. Runs all the way back to the right side of the field. Steps up. Throws for the end zone. This is going to be caught. It's a touchdown by Schmitz, who grabbed onto an Indian and pushed him down. He pushed Summers to the ground. No call, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. If you get a chance to look at that play on video, you're going to see a handful of jersey on the part of the Crusader receiver there, a handful of jersey, the defender for the Hayes High Indians. How that was not called, I don't know. Dustin Armbruster, you're right. That was an interesting no call.
Jacob Schmitz, his 31st catch of the year, 9th touchdown. Makes it 20-13. The extra point nearly blocked. It is good. The Indians had the ball, down 14-13 after a fumble. 5 on down. Their one conversion, a touchdown to Jaron Kanik, the Indians' 11th touchdown on 3rd down this year. 3 down linemen for the Crusaders. Hutchison will check the sideline. Brown will hop to the right side of Palmer on this 3rd down and 7 from the 40-yard line. Palmer with time rolls out to the right side, looking down the field, caught by Maroney on a double clutch and then knocked out of bounds. 1st down at the Kapaun 48-yard line. The Indians convert on 3rd and 7, a 12-yard gain. Nice roll-up by Palmer Hutchinson, and Roy Maroney holds on and controls that ball and takes a hard hit from the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusader defender who knocked him out of bounds. 85 yards for Kanik so far this season, and a big touchdown as well. 3 left, 1 right. Back is Hutchison. He'll hand off to Brown. Hand off straight up the middle. Turns on the Jets, and he spins to the 36-yard line. 1st down on a gain of 12. Okay. That one right up the middle. All right, just right at the 3-minute mark now for the Hayes High Indians as they're in Crusader territory on the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Defensive tackle Doug Bates, 215-pound sophomore, back in on the 4 lineman set for the Crusaders. Ball on the right hash, Indians left to right, Brown to the left of the quarterback this time. A delayed handoff, and Brown keeps his feet, gets to the sideline, then pushed hard out of bounds, well late. Brown and Valentes now with some words. Ball to the 31, a gain of 5. Hayden Brown persevering there. He had a lead blocker, but the lead blocker had been stuffed up by a Crusader defender, and Hayden Brown just forced his way through it to pick up a few extra yards. Statistically, the Indians are going to own the first half, but they trail 21-13. 2:45 to go in the half. The clock stopped because Brown was tackled as he went out of bounds. Snap clock down to 10. Indians with 2 timeouts remaining in the half. Don't want to have to burn one here, and now they do. And so the Indians burn their 2nd time out of the first half. Indian football brought to you by Redeemed Designs, Classic Quality Body Shop, and Hayes K-Lawn, as well as Hertz Rent-A-Car and Eagle Technology Solutions. We're on the road. This is the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship. Hayes in Wichita to take on the Kapaun Crusaders at Cessna Stadium. Hey, turnovers again really being a problem for the Hayes High Indians, like the first half last week against the Salina Central. But right now, with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, the Hayes High Indians have this game within reach. It's not out of control like it was last week at this point of the game against Salina Central Mustangs. So Hayes High Indians have the ball on the Crusader 31-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's a 2nd and 5. Hayes High Indians have moved the ball down the field. This started back on the 27-yard line, so the Hayes High Indians already picking up 42 yards on this drive. Hayes K-Lawn scoreboard update looks like this. T&P up on Lions 24-6 in the 2nd quarter. Dodge City still up on Junction City by the score of 17-13. 5 wide receivers for Hutchison on 2nd and 5, and the Indians jump. Yep. Left tackle Luke Fletcher left early, and 2nd and 10. The ball backed up to the 36, Indians' third 5-yard penalty. Also on the Hayes Kalon scoreboard update, Dodge is up 10-7 is the score of that over Junction City. Mays up on Liberal 28-0.
Well, the last time the Indians took a timeout, they dialed up a 3rd and 11 pass play. It's now 3rd and 10. Second and 10. Okay.
2:45 to go until the half. Now the Indians come out of the 5 wide receivers. Capon wants to bring a blitz, but the Indians roll out to the left side, looking down the field. Hutchison is going to tuck and run, and he'll be taken down about a yard short of the line of scrimmage. All things considered, that's about as good as that could have gone, but 3 Indians were all bunched in the same area. Somebody did. 4th and 11. Imagine the Indians are going to likely be going for it here from the Capon 37, down 8, 21-13. Again, 5 wide receivers. The Indians are 1 for 2 on 4th down tonight. This is 4th and 11. Try to get Capon to give them free 5 yards, but nobody for the Crusaders jumping. Now 2 bringing the blitz, 6 rushing. It's a pass over the middle to Schrader. Makes the catch at the 10, at the 5, keeps his feet. He's into the end zone. He fumbled, then recovered. What's the call? Touchdown! Hayes High Indians! Cole Schrader on 4th and 11. His first touchdown catch of the season.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Cole Schrader got open and Palmer Hutchinson found him. It was stumbling into the end zone and a fumble right at the goal line, but then Cole Schrader able to get back up and jump back onto the ball.
How about the offensive line, Kurt David, as Capon brought 4 down linemen and 2 blitzers, and now Hayes High will go for 2 and try to tie this ball game up. Indians with a bunch set to the right. Hutchison looking for the slant over the middle, and it's caught by Mason Ibarra. 2-point conversion complete. We've got a tie game. 1:49 to go, second quarter, 21 all, and that score puts $25 more into the Athletic Booster Club, donated by Horizon Appliance and Electronics.
Tell you what, the Hayes High Indians, who had turnover problems, we talked about it, a fumble and interception. Last week that doomed them against the Salina Central Mustangs in the first half, but now the Hayes High Indian offense has been able to put together some nice drives. That one, 9 plays to go 73 yards in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Scores and a 2-point conversion ties this game. Much different type of game right now as this first half is coming to a close than it was this time last week in Salina.
Hayes High 2 for 3 on 4th down tonight. That is their fourth down touchdown this year. Hutchison now up to 183 yards passing, and if he's a half yard longer on that interception, it's over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. That wheel route was there. Indians may go back to that later in the game. Hayes High's got to deal with Capon, though, for the next minute 49 to keep the score tied. A short pooch kick. It's going to be live. The Indians see it roll out of bounds. Garrett Reimer was tracking it down. Oh, if it rolls back, the Indians have a chance at it. Well-placed kick by Cole Schrader, just about a yard or two too close to the sideline. The Indians played it well, but now Capon has the football back in good starting field position.
Yeah, very good field position. This thing's going to get marked at the...
They should add 5 yards on from where it went out of bounds.
It's going to be marked at the 37-yard line.
37. And it's actually, if you look at the starting field position for Capon, it's some of their worst of the night. Well, they got to switch out the football. Oh, there's the 5 yards.
There comes the 5 yards.
To the 42. It's the Indians' 4th 5-yard penalty of the night. Capon had the right to decline or make the Indians re-kick, but Capon wants to spread it out here. 2 right, 1 left, 21 all ball game. Hacking is going to play action. He's going to step to the right. He's going to squirt through a hole. Augustine Abour and Keaton Markley there. Keaton Markley of over 100 tackles this season, and now 225 for his career on the Hacking 4-yard run.
Augustine Abour, you mentioned it, now back in on defensive line. Minute 32 left. Kapaun-Mt Carmel has all 3 timeouts remaining.
Wide receiver right, Jacob Nye, 13 catches on the year. Scott Valentes is now a wide receiver right. Schmidt's the tight end. Back to throw is Hacking, tipped in the air, and it is intercepted. Tavian Kramer on his feet at the 45, and he'll go down inside of his own 45-yard line. Pick number 3 of the year for junior Tavian Kramer.
Yep, the third play. That was the third play of this drive, and the Hayes High Indians intercept. I'm sorry, the second play of this drive. The Hayes High Indians intercept the ball. Tavian Kramer, obviously practicing the tip drill. That ball tipped 2 times before landing in the hands of Tavian Kramer.
Old school tip drill gives the Indians a timeout and a minute 10 to work with from their own 43-yard line. This game is now even at turnovers at 2 apiece. Indians left to right with a chance to take the lead before the break. Led 7-0. They haven't led since. Hayes High has outscored their opponent in this quarter now 15-7. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Kapaun backs off the blitz. It's going to be a keeper by Palmer. Hushes. No, Hayden Brown gets it. Boy, he got tackled up high. There comes flags. Yeah. That's going to be either a horse collar or face mask. At Cessna Stadium, we're a long ways away, and even through binoculars couldn't tell. But Hayes High is going to get a yard, make it 2 yards on the run, and then there's going to be 15 added on.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, that head popped back. That's a dangerous tackle.
The second 15-yard penalty of the game for Kapaun. And you talk about big penalties. That 15-yard penalty earlier on Kapaun on the interception return. Kapaun then lost the ball on downs. Didn't score after the Indian turnover. So the Indians now on the plus side of the field at the 40 of Kapaun. Minute 1 to go, second quarter, 21 all. Can the Indians punch this baby in and take a lead to the locker room here at Cessna Stadium?
Dylan Reuter out wide here to the near side of the field, and he's holding his arms trying to figure out what the play call is. There's a 17 left on the clock.
Reuter now joined on the right side by Kanik and Schrader, who each have a touchdown catch. Ibarra to the left. Here is Hutchison to throw over the middle. Did Schrader make the catch? No, ruled incomplete. Reached back for it as Hutchison got crunched in the backfield, and Palmer looks at the official and goes, hey, what? Got hit hard after I threw the ball. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Hutchison 12 for 17 tonight, 183, 2 scores and a pick. Indians at the Crusader 40 after Tavian Kramer's 3rd interception of the year, leading the team in that category. 2 left, 2 right. Hutchison, long snap count. Doesn't have to hurry because there's still 15 on the snap clock, and the clock isn't running on the incomplete pass. 3 down linemen, and now Kapaun brings a blitz from the right edge. Hutchison steps up in the pocket, has some protection, tucks and runs, gets a block from Mason Ibarra, gets out of bounds, just shy of the first down marker. Well done by the Indian offensive line to pick up the blitz. They gave a area for Hutchison to step up in the middle of the pocket, who scrambles for about 8 yards, setting up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, and Hutchinson then had a receiver downfield there who acted as a blocker, and Hutchinson gets out of bounds with now a 3rd and 2. So the Hayes High Indians hadn't have to use their last timeout. They do have 1 remaining.
From the 32, 3 right, 1 left. It's Ibarra left side, handoff Brown up the middle. He'll dive for the first down. Now the Indians either need to clock this ball or take the timeout. What do the officials say? They're going to talk about this for a minute. Well, this should be a first down. The clock will stop to reset the chains, so Hayes High can hurry and get to the line of scrimmage, and the officials are going to measure. What is there to measure, guys? The down marker is right on the 30. The ball is on the 30.
Hey, let them measure it. It stops
the
clock.
True.
It gives the Hayes High Indians a chance to regroup. So it isn't very often you're going to go on the road and have the officiating crew do you a favor. In this particular case, let them measure the ball because this ought to be a first down, and Hayes High Indians now can plan for this, what is going to be the 6th drive of this game with 45 seconds left. Oh,
it's the first down by a length of the football. And by the way, an excellent spot by the official, because Hayden Brown, with the football in his gut, landed right on top of the 30-yard line. Indians have converted on 3 of 8 third down opportunities tonight, but they're 3 of their last 4. Reuter waving for the play from the far side of the field. Thank goodness he's 6'7", can see over top of everybody. 3 left wide receivers. Hutchison rolls that way, steps up, has time to throw, now scrambles away from a sack, still on his feet, and he's going to get taken down, clear back behind the 35, and Hayes High is going to have to use their timeout here Boy, Palmer's got to learn, and that's a first-year quarterback. Get to that sideline, nothing's there. First down, throw it out of bounds, but the Indians sacked for a second time tonight. This one all the way back to the 36-yard line, a loss of 6.
Yeah, you're talking about a young man, though, who had 2 interceptions in the first half last week. He's got an interception tonight, and right now with 30 seconds left, the Hayes High Indians, if they control the ball, got a chance to go into halftime. There's a chance that they go into halftime with a lead. He doesn't want to throw an interception.
Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, your technology solution headquarters at Eagle Technology Solutions, handling your IT needs so you can focus on your customers. And a big thanks to our Road to a Championship sponsor, Redeem Designs, helping out your team on Vine Street with a fully customizable online store. They'll be with us through this playoff run for all of our broadcasts tonight. Or last night, we also had the Hayes High, or rather had last night Thunder Ridge at Dighton. Hayes High, 5 wide receivers. Keaton Markley in as the slot on the right side now. 5 wide receivers. Brown, one of them to the left. Capon showing blitz on this second down and 16 play. They bring the blitz from the right side. Stepping up to throw is Hutchison. He gets wrapped around the ankle, escapes, still on his feet. Now he's going to roll to the right side. Throw over the middle, almost intercepted. Out of all of that, an incomplete pass with 19 seconds to go before the half. Palmer Hutchison up slowly. Indians lucky they didn't take a sack of 9 yards.
Okay, so it's 19 seconds left. The Hayes High Indians have the ball on the Crusader 36-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and probably 16 yards here. You know, the Hayes High Indians have thrown that Hail Mary pass down to the right side of the field 3 or 4 times. It hadn't worked yet, but they don't nearly have to go nearly as far this time.
I was thinking the same thing. 3 wide receivers right. Hutchison is going to roll that way. He's going to throw it short to Keaton Markley, who goes down at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, 4th down and 11. The Indians can try to run a play here. Clock down to 3 seconds. Hayes has to hurry. Hutchison will take the snap as time expires. He has to go towards the end zone on this play. Steps up, now rolls to the side. He's going to throw it for the end zone. There's a crowd of people down there, and it's incomplete. 3 Indians had a shot at it, and that's how the half will end. A 21-all ball game. Both teams have had a plethora of opportunities to break this game open, but Kurt David 21-all at the break.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Last week, this point in the time of the game, the Hayes High Indians really were effectively out of the game against Salina Central. Yeah, they played a great second half, but I'll tell you what, to go into this locker room at halftime as the underdog, and they're tied 21-21 after giving up
construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning. IPI Financial Services and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Dental Care of Hayes. Always accept. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time you're needing construction. Whiskey Creek. When you have an appetite for the smoky flavors of food from the wood-fired grill, Whiskey Creek are always a great addition to your day. Paul Werdenberger Construction. Designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Werdenberger Construction. TMP Marion Alumni. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. McDonald's of Hayes, a great place to go for you or the team on your way to and from the game. McDonald's, supporting local academic and sporting activities. G&L Tire, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. NCK Tech. No matter what life you're trying to create, NCK Tech is here to help build a strong foundation. Your local supporter of community events. Golden Plains Credit Union. We are dedicated to making a difference, not only in the lives of our members, but also in the communities we serve. We are people helping people. Classic Quality Body Shop. They've been serving customers for over 32 years, so you know they have been doing something right. Classic Quality Body Shop.
This high school sports presentation is brought to you by
Service Master Clean. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Insurance planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning. IPI Financial Services and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Thirsties. Before or after the game, the best place for a hungry family, team, or individual is on North Vine in Hayes. It's Thirsties Brew Pub and Grill. Check out their all-time favorites and new items on the menu too. Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Next Tech Wireless. We are avid supporters of local high school athletic programs and have sponsored numerous high school events. We are committed to serving the communities we're in. Master Cleaners, reminding you that they have the lowest tux prices around. For your next prom, wedding, or special event, remember Master Cleaners. Cross Manufacturing, a proud supporter of local activities including local sports. It's Cross Manufacturing. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. Patty Stoll has helped people find the homes of their dreams for many years. If you're ready to list, sell, and buy, contact Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hayes. Steel Fabrications. At Steel Fabrications, they know how to do it right. They also wish all the local high school athletes well in all they do. Lifetime Dental. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Commercial Builder. Whether it's building a home, business, or even a remodel, Commercial Builders is ready to help you. Give them a call the next time your need.
Trying to drill that ball out of the arms of the Hayes High Indian ball carriers. Got to protect the ball in the second half. Capon Crusaders are coming after it.
Let's get a Hayes Kalon scoreboard update for you at halftime. Great Bend is up on Valley Center 23-0. Phillipsburg a final against Southwestern Heights, winning 55-12. Lakin up on Norton 22-14. Sterling at halftime, or rather Hoisington over Sterling at halftime 14-0. El Saline over La Crosse 35-6 in the second quarter. Also around the state and the area, Derby over Lawrence 41-0 at halftime. May South beating Andover by the score of 15-0 at half. May South lost their first 3 games of the year. They've won 5 in a row entering bracket play. And that's about all that we got for you right now. Scoreboard update brought to you by Hayes Kalon. Mays up 42-0 on Liberal at half. We may have mentioned that one already. Dodge City up on Junction City 19-7 at the break. Hayes High won the toss tonight. They elected to receive the football, and that gave Capon the right to have the football first in half number 2. Cole Schrader will kick off left to right. Dustin Armbruster, Kurt David with you at Cessna Stadium on the Hayes High Sports Network, powered by Thursdays and the Venue. Jaden on the video for ECTV and HayesPost.com. Vivian back in Hayes at our KFIX studio. Jamino standing at about the 15-yard line. Cale Curtis at the 15 as well. The kick, a side-winding kick towards the sideline, picked up by Jamino at the 15 on the right sideline. He gets hit and taken out of bounds by Cordy Stoll. The Indians use the sideline as an extra defender. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Crusaders in a 21-all game.
Okay, the Crusaders on their last possession were through an interception. Prior to that, it was a one-play 35-yard run for a touchdown.
Hayes High, they'll mark it at the 31 officially. Hayes High defense trots back out onto the field, giving up 172 yards at the break.
That was the big gain he had in the first half, in that first drive of the game, for first or second drive for the for the Crusaders. Hayes High Indians not over pursuing to start this second half.
Brendan Bargava, the only wide receiver left. There's 3 to the right. Screen play to the right side. The Indians blow it up in the backfield. Drake Summers gets around his guy. Palmer Hutchison smokes the wide receiver. Jacob Nye at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Now 3rd and 9. The Hayes High Indians have a chance here to force a 3-and-out to start this second half.
Kapaun is 1 for 4 on 3rd down tonight. The one was a touchdown from 2 yards out on 3rd and goal. 3 wide receivers left. Bargava wide receiver to the right. Valentes is a wide receiver left side. Looking that way is the quarterback. Nope, over the middle. Is it caught? Wide open is Tiger Jones into Hayes High territory at the 49, and a completion for Hacking. 6'3", 200 by the big tight end, hit by Tucker Veach immediately, but holding on is Jacob Schmitz, 6'4", 220. The ball down to the 23-yard line. Another first down.
3 consecutive plays that pick up first downs for the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusaders.
That one for 13 yards as well. 4 completions on 4 pass attempts by the quarterback, Hacking, who's going to fake the option, run it up the middle, and he is going to score a touchdown, and Hayes High is going to give up the tie. 21-all becomes 27-21. The threat of the pass opened up a 23-yard run for Jake Hacking.
Wow. Blocking down the field by the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusaders on that play allowed for that 23-yard run that culminated a 5-play drive that went 69 yards and got in the end zone. And you're right, broke this tie for Mount Carmel.
The snap is high. 2-point conversion attempt on a throw to the end zone is knocked away, maybe intercepted. It is no good. And so the difference is 6 at 27-21. Jacob Nye, the holder, had to try to throw for the end zone, and the Indians defended it well, who are down by 6. 9:42 to go, third quarter. Hacking's 3rd touchdown rush of the year. He entered the night with 33 yards rushing. He has 32 on 4 carries.
So again, a 5-play drive, 69 yards down the field, and great blocking by Kapaun to open up this second half of the game.
They converted on 3rd and 9, remember, over the middle to a wide-open Tiger Jones. It's just their 2nd third down conversion of the night. A lot of football left in the second half. The Hayes High Indian special teams trots onto the field. J.D. Mash will kick off once again. And Hayes High will have the football for the first time in half number 2. Indian football brought to you by McDonald's of Hayes, G&L Tire and Automotive, and Hayes Chevrolet. The Indians, because the Kapaun Crusaders have been kicking right at Canick, are going to line Canick and Brown right in front and behind each other. And so they can't just kick at Canick, and now Kapaun having a hard time getting the ball to stay on the tee, and they're going to be allowed to points. 3 wide receivers right. Hutchison in the shotgun with Hayden Brown to his right side. 4 down linemen for the Crusaders. They bring a run blitz, play action pass to the Indians' Jaron Canick, who gets hit by Valentes. The play over, and then the freshman throwing to the ground. A catch across the 20 near the 23-yard line, a gain of 8. Simple play action pass, a little run pass option for the Indians. For Kanik, catch number 5 for now 100 yards. 193 yards passing for Hutchison, who has 2 right, 2 left. Handoff goes to Hayden Brown, tries to go to the left side, and then nowhere to go as he tried to cut outside the tackle. 3rd down and 5 for the Hayes High Indians on a no gain.
Yeah, Jack Fort pulling from the right guard, and that time the Crusader defenders just followed Jack Fort along the line of scrimmage to the point of tackle.
Indians in the first half were 3 of 10 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield with Palmer Hutchison. A 4-man rush by the Crusaders.
Starting at right tackle for his first game tonight, correct, Dustin?
Yep.
Starting at right tackle, did a terrific job on the linebacker, Dominique Bond, who was blitzing as an outside linebacker. Brock Loomis was getting pushed back, but he fought off long enough to give Palmer Hutchinson time to throw that ball. Nice job for the starting right tackle, playing his first time tonight at the starting right tackle position.
The tackle was made by Jarris Kennedy. He is up slowly and walking off the field. The ball spotted at the 32 on the catch. And the Hayes High Indians, with 7:23 to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing 27-21 into Kapaun territory once again. The Indians had 282 yards of offense. The Crusaders 172, and yet the Crusaders and the Indians tied at the break.
Tucker Veach, who was signed up to hold the ball for the field goal, the sophomore, shifts to the quarterback position and gets great coverage. Kapaun was totally confused and find the open receiver in the corner of the end zone.
Now for the lead. The extra point snap to Veach is on the way off the foot, and the Indians have a lead at 28-27 in the 3rd quarter, 4:41. Would you believe this line if I told you? On the scoring, it is Tucker Veach to Trey Adams, a pair of defensive guys with the touchdown.
Boy, a 12-play drive looked like it was going to be a field goal, but what a nice play. You know, that had to be practiced this last week, planning for that in case the Hayes High Indians needed to kick a field goal, and Tucker Veach executed it perfectly.
So each team scores a touchdown on their opening drive. The Indians were 2 for 2 on 3rd down on that drive and have their second 4th down touchdown of the night. Tucker Veach to Trey Adams, and what a catch by Trey over the shoulder. Veach had to go high for the snap. He's the JV quarterback, and Hayes High makes the most of it, and that adds more money to the Athletic Booster Club donated by Horizon Appliance and Electronics. 28-27 Hayes High.
Think they'll be watching that play on video on the bus home?
I'm going to watch it on the way home. The kickoff is a squib kick down the middle. It's going to be fallen on by a Crusader between the 30 and 35 yard line, officially marked at the 34. Now can the Indian defense, with the lead for a second time tonight, come up with a stop?
Okay, the Crusaders on their first drive of the half, which was their last drive, was a 5-play drive, 69 yards, went for a touchdown. The Hayes High Indians had a hard time getting in the backfield to interrupt the passing attack of hacking the Crusader quarterback.
Yeah, they went 4 for 4 through the air. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Hacking has Valentes to his right on this 1st and 10 from the 34. Indians up a point. Keeper by the quarterback straight up the middle. He gets a crease, and Keaton Markley, big-time tackle. Or it may have been a touchdown, gain of 9 for Hacking.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that was a big hole. Keaton Markley saved it, and I'm not exactly sure how that got spotted for just a 9-yard gain.
Keaton Markley, well over 100 tackles this year, came in with 103 tonight after missing the second half with a knee injury last week. Big Jacob Schmitz tied into the right for 2nd and 1. 3 wide receivers to the left. Valentes to the right of the quarterback, still on the Indian side of the side of the field of the Capon Crusaders, and a short gain on the option pitch to Valentes, and Keaton Markley, another big-time tackle, that to the 46-yard line, gain of 2. Call it a gain of 3.
Yeah, that time a great tackle, and Valentes got tackled hard by Keaton Markley.
Valentes, after his first 2 carries of the night, had 103 yards. He has 10 yards on his next 5 carries. He broke several tackles on his first 2 runs. Ball to the 46. Tiger Jones with a catch, wide receiver right. Jacob Nye, wide receiver left. Now a tight end formation, double tight end formation for the Crusaders. A keeper by the quarterback, Hacking, testing the left side, gets around the first defender into Hayes High territory, 40, and Garrett Reimer with the tackle all the way down to the Hayes High 31-yard line on a gain of 23 yards.
Yeah, Hacking taking advantage of a perimeter that was not well protected by the Hayes High Indians, and we hadn't seen that problem of the Hayes High Indian defense in a long time this season. That plagued them the first 2 or 3 games of the season, but the Indians had corrected at that time a lack of coverage on this near side of the field. Hacking got out wide for the first down.
So many eyes on Valentes that they forgot about Hacking, the quarterback. Valentes to the right of the quarterback this time on 1st and 10 from the Indian 31-yard line, and a snap back. Indians bring the blitz. Hacking over the middle. It is knocked away nicely by the Hayes High Indians' Tucker Veach. Incomplete and intended for Jacob Schmitz.
Tucker Veach can throw passes, and he can break them up. He can break them up.
What a night for Tucker. First start at safety tonight, and then a touchdown on 4th and 11 when the Indians lined up for a field goal and then shifted out of a double tight formation again. 2 wide receivers on 2nd and 10 from the Indian 31. Hayes up a point, 28-27. Snap back to Jack Hacking, the quarterback. It's going to be a keeper by Hacking, testing the right side. He escapes 1 tackle and then taken down inside of the 25. Inside the 25. 3rd down and short for a Crusader team that's 1 for 1 in the second half. 2 for 5 in the game. Gain of 8 for Hacking, who has 72 yards all of a sudden. Ball down to the 23-yard line.
You've talked about the size of this Crusader line at center. 230 pounds, 220-pound right tackle, 280-pound, 85-pound right tackle. And that time, Bill Cummings, a 255-pound senior left guard, pulled. So you had a lot of size on that right side of the field.
2 running backs
for that run.
2 running backs in the backfield with Hacking. It's a handoff to Honka. He's going to sidestep the defender. I don't know if he got the first down. The official doesn't move off his spot. 3rd and 2, no gain. Comes 4th and 2 for the Crusaders. Do they attempt a field goal? Right now, lining up like they're going to go for this on 4th down. They're going to say a loss of a yard back to the 24. 4th down and 3. If they go for it and they're lining up for it, it'll be their first attempt tonight on 4th down. Valentes to the left of the quarterback, Hacking. It's an option play to the left side. A pitch to Valentes. He makes 1-man miss and then gets his mouthpiece knocked out as he gets popped on the sideline by Keaton Markley. The mouthpiece went about as far as the ball did, but it's a first down to the 20. Gain of 4.
And a late pitch there to pick up those extra yardage. Otherwise, that pitch doesn't get made. I think that ball gets stopped short of the first down marker.
The Indians on 4th and 3 give up a option play of 5. Ball to the 19, into the red zone for a second time tonight are the Crusaders. Indians up 28-27, but for how long? Their defense trying to stop a drive in the red zone. Hacking, screen play to the right side for Valentes. Makes a guy miss, cuts back, gets hit hard as he gets down to about the 17, Drake Summers, and that's going to be a loss back behind the 20, a loss of 2 on the tackle for loss.
Boy, the Crusaders have done a great job defending tonight against the Hayes High Indian screen, and that time the Hayes High Indians returned the favor. They saw Valentes go out there into the flat and guarded that very well. Multiple people at the point of attack to bring Valentes down for a 2-yard loss.
50 seconds to go before the end of the 3rd quarter. Indians up a point. Crusaders 2nd and 12 from their own 21. Snap back to Hacking. It's a design quarterback run left side. Now cuts it up the field, and he's going to be taken down by who else? Keaton Markley, who makes yet another tackle, this time inside the 15. Clock still running with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball marked at the 13-yard line on a gain of 8 yards. Hacking to 80 yards tonight. 3rd down and 4. Kapaun does not have to run a third quarter play, and they are not going to. Hayes High is going to head to the fourth quarter with a 1-point lead, 28-27. They outscore their opponent 7-6 here in the third quarter. Big fourth quarter coming up on the road to a championship, brought to you by Redeem Designs on the Hayes High Sports Network, powered by Thirsties and the Venue.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Shorman, President and CEO of Eagle Communications, a 100% employee-owned company. I'd like to personally thank you for selecting Eagle for your internet, television, and telephone service. By choosing Eagle, you're choosing to keep your dollars local with a company that reinvests back in your community. Let's make this a great year for your community. Check us out at eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This is Eagle TV.
Here we go for the fourth quarter. Hayes up 1 on the Crusaders of Kapaun, 28-27. Kapaun has 3rd down and 4 from the Indian 14-yard line, 13-yard line. Now going left to right. Indians up.
Down, but made a quick move to left to get to the outside and pick up probably 7 more yards after that catch.
To the 49, still on their own side of the field. 2nd and 2. It's a handoff to Brown. He'll go to the right side. Just needs to get the first down here, and he doesn't. Boy, Hayden Brown's got to cut that up the field and get the first. Instead gets tackled on the 50, 3rd and 1 for the Indians.
Yeah, he tried to dance out there to elude some defenders, and there's just too quick a pursuit by the Crusader secondary to dance around back there. He cuts that back up, and he at least gets right to the marker, but now it's a 3rd and 1 for the Hayes High Indians.
Indians 2 for 3 in the second half on 3rd down. They are 5 for 13 overall. This is 3rd and 1 from midfield. Down by a score, 35-28. 2 in the backfield, Maroney and Brown. Hutchison will take the snap on 3rd and 1, hand it off to the freshman Maroney, and the offensive line gets pushed backwards 2 yards back to the 48. Big time decision now for the Indians.
Yeah, well, we mentioned this earlier on in the third quarter that you could see the Crusaders following the pulling guards and tackles of the Hayes High Indians. We saw it earlier on, and that time, again, the linebackers for the Crusaders just looked to see where, in that case, Logan Schulte and Luke Fletcher were headed to, and they pursued to that part of the field and made the tackle for a 2-yard loss.
Indians on 4th down and 3 are going to send out 5 wide receivers. They're 3 for 5 on 4th down tonight. Throwing over the middle, caught by Schrader for a first down inside the 45 on a nice little sit-down route against the zone, and the Indians convert on 4th down again to keep this drive alive.
And again, what'd you say the 4th down conversion was on?
They are now 4 for 6 in the game.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that's pretty good, and that time picked up a first down. Palmer Hutchinson took time to find the open receiver and made that completion.
4th catch for Schrader, that one for 9 yards. Indians 1st and 10 from the Crusader 32. Draw play up the middle, and the ball is fumbled. Did Hayes High pick it up? It looks like they did.
Yep.
Recovered by the Indians center, Colton Schindler. Just a loss of 2 yards, but disaster averted.
Yeah, Palmer Hutchinson again got a hit from the side, like his fumble in the first half, got hit from the side, didn't expect it, and that ball popped out, but it went right to the feet of Colton Schindler.
2nd and 12 from the 45. Indians with the football, 8:25 to go, 4th quarter, down 35-28. 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Hutchison will play action pass. He's going to scramble to his right, look down the field, trying to find Canick, and it's incomplete. And boy, Hutchison had 2 guys right in his grill as soon as he faked the handoff. 3rd and 12 for the Indians from the Crusader 45, and that loss of 2 yards on 1st down really messed up this drive.
I'm looking at that defender, and I think that Scott Valentis who was back there defending on that play.
There's more than likely, when he gets to Columbia University, they're probably going to look at him as a safety more than anything. 6'3", 200. Big dude, fast feet. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. That's Dylan Reuter. Indians need some yardage on 3rd and 12. Hutchison back to pass, fades away, incomplete, looking for Brown. Just too much pressure up the middle. Pressure applied that time by the defensive end, Burton Schindler. 4th and 12 for the Indians. You got to imagine they're going for it from their own 45, from the 45 of the Crusaders.
Well, I don't know, Dustin. You're giving the Crusaders the ball right at midfield on this 4th down.
The Indians do bring in Casey Lang. He's in the punt formation as Hutchison will step back. The Indians punt on 4th and 12. Low snap. Hutchison will punt it away. It goes towards the sidelines and out of bounds. So the Indians drive to the 45 but stall out. 8:02 to go, and the Indians have got to stop the Crusaders, who have scored on both of their second half possessions. Indian football brought to you by NCK Tech, Golden Plains Credit Union, Cross Manufacturing, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, and Commercial Builders. That was the Indians' second possession of the second half.
Yep, 7-play drive. It only netted 14 yards for the Indians in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. They end up having to punt, but boy, you don't punt, you give the Crusaders the ball right at midfield.
From the 23, the Crusaders with the football. Handoff on a counter to Honka. He's at the 30, and then gets dropped short of the first down marker, but a big gain. Palmer Hutchison with the tackle. Gain of 9 for Hunter Shonka. To the 32, and the Indians' defense has got to come up with a stop. 7:40, and that clock not in the favor of the Indians.
Yeah, it's really crucial. The way the Crusaders have been able to control the ball, they kept it for 8 minutes during the first quarter. If Hayes High Indians go down by 2 scores in this game, that's going to be difficult to make up.
Their last drive went 5.5 minutes. Hacking the quarterback, hollering out instructions to the offensive line on 2nd and 1. A 2-back set. Handoff Valentes, dances in the backfield, gets away from the initial hit, gets a first down. Then he's going to jog out of bounds, shy of the 45 at the 44-yard line. A 12-yard gain for Valentes. Clock will stop with 7:12. Indians need to force a turnover or a 3-down stop on this series of downs, or things get really tough for the Hayes High Indians. They were driving. They converted on 4th down on that previous drive, but then ended up with 4th and 12 from the Crusader 45. Elected to punt. Crusaders down to 5 on the snap clock and have to use a timeout. Clock was not running anyway, so for the Indians, no more extra time saved either way. Indian defense, 1st and 10. They're facing a Crusader offense at the 44-yard line. How about the Indian offense tonight? When they've been in gear, they've done all right. They've put 28 onto the scoreboard. For the Crusaders, that is the tied for the 2nd most points they've given up in any game this year. They gave up 55 to Wichita Northwest, but so has everybody. And then 28 by Bishop Carroll, 26 by Andover.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in this 4th quarter. You talk about those kind of numbers. You look what Hayes High Indians have done tonight as the underdog team going into Week 9. There's plenty to be proud of here, but still 7 minutes and 12 seconds left, so still a lot left to accomplish. But so far tonight, the Hayes High Indians have given the Crusaders, I think, more than the Crusaders expected.
Can the Indian defense come up with something?
Augustina Boer now in on the defensive line for the Hayes High Indians at that defensive tackle position.
Valentes with 130 yards rushing to the right of the quarterback. He'll get the call again, go to that left side. He'll get hit, and Boer jumps on his back, but it's a gain of a couple extra yards. And then there is an offensive lineman. It is the right tackle, Marcus Buchanan, then keeps knocking Indians down after the whistle, but again, that's kind of been allowed tonight. 5 yards, and the Crusaders will go back and huddle up. They are in full time kill mode now. 5-yard gain by Valentes on that run. That clock ticking and not in the Hayes High Indian favor. Up to the 49 near midfield. Clock down to 5 as Hacking will take the snap. He'll drop back to pass. He's looking over the middle, trying to get it to Valentes. Now escapes to his right, looking down the field, and it's incomplete. Nobody in the area. And that helps out the Indians a little. 3rd down and 5 for the Crusaders, who are 1 for 3 in the second half.
And Roy Maroney putting on a nice little hit there on one of the receivers of the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusaders as the ball had passed over his head. So Roy Maroney paying back one of those hard hits that we've seen Kapaun do late in the play.
I was going to say, if it's being allowed, might as well give it a shot. From the 49, Hayes High facing on defense a 3rd and 5, 4-down lineman. An option play, no, a handoff to Valenta as he takes the hit and gets a right at the 1st down marker.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it there.
The official walks in, places the football. They've got to measure this. If they're going to measure Hayes High when they're on the full yard line, and the officials will bring this in and measure, it's a gain of either 4.5 or 5. Stretch them far, guys.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I thought that ball was going to get spotted on the 45-yard line and be a 1st down by about half a yard.
Indian football brought to you by Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, Paul Wertenberger Construction, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Thirsty's Brew Pub and Grill, Patty Bacon Ryan Appraising, Next Tech Wireless, and Master Cleaners. The ball on the left hash so the chains don't have to come out far, and it's going to be a 1st down. If you know the look of a football where the white is by the nose of the football, that stripe is where the 1st down marker came down. 3rd and 5 converted, and a big conversion for the Crusaders. Clock runs at 5:59 remaining. Indians down 35-28. They've only had the ball twice tonight.
Crusaders not in any hurry to come to the line of scrimmage.
Indians got to come up with a stop. Valenta, as you got to imagine, he gets the call, right? 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Crusaders took the lead on a 12-yard 4th down pass. Screenplay near side. It is caught by Jacob Nye. Tries to get to the sideline and gets taken out of bounds by the Hayes High Indians. Roy Maroney at the 42. A short gain, well, about a 5-yard gain to Jacob Nye.
All right, Logan Schulte back into the game. Gavin Nutting back into the game, replacing Chance Murphy was in for a bit, now replaced by Trey Adams. Augustino Boer replaced by Gavin Nutting.
Ball to the 42, 2nd and 5. Indians need a stop, double tight set, handoff Valentes, bounces it to the outside 40, watch out, sideline gone. And the Indians are down 2 scores. 5:20 to go. It's 41-28. Scott Valentes again into the end zone. 3rd score tonight. This one from 42 yards out. He's at 182 tonight. Hayes High is going to have to get a quick strike offense onto the field and to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, that one makes it tough for the Hayes High Indians. You're right. It's only going to be, their 3rd possession of this. It's going to be their 3rd possession of this second half with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. The Crusaders have taken a lot of time off the clock.
Extra point from J.D. Mash. He is perfect tonight. The snap is high, but blocked. Blocked by the Hayes High Indians. Keaton Markley, his 2nd extra point block of the year. 5:20 to go, 41-28. The Indians going to have to get a big-time play to give themselves a shot here in the 4th quarter at Cessna Stadium on the Redeem Designs road to a championship. Your team can look like champions when you use Redeem Designs on Vine and Hayes, and well, why not? They'll set you up with an online store, customized with over 20 different vendors.
Well, we've seen a lot of struggles by the Hayes High Indians kickoff receiving unit, but early on in the season, was it game 1 or game 2 where we saw game 1 where we saw Hayden Brown run it back for a touchdown?
Hayden Brown's run 2 back this year, 75 and 77.
Well, if you're going to do it for a 3rd time, now's the time to do it.
Dodge City up on Junction City, 25-15 in Dodge City. It is Mays 42, Liberal 7 at the end of 3 in your Hayes Kalon scoreboard update.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what kind of kicking tee Kapaun has, but they need to run down to Walmart and pick up a new one. They've got to be very deliberate to keep that thing on a tee.
The wind is blowing at a very impressive 5 to 7 miles per hour. So
they need to run. Yeah, they need to run down to Walmart and pick up a new one.
So Mash will kick off. Maroney and Brown back to receive. The kickoff is a high end-over-end kick, and Brown will get his shot from the 16-yard line. Middle return, now takes it to the right side, 25, bounces it to the 30, 35, right sideline, still on his feet, and a flag comes in on the play. And then a late hit out of bounds gets the Hayes High crowd fired up, but there's no flag there. And the Indians, instead of being at midfield, backed up on a hold, they'll be back at their own 15.
Yeah, I tell you what, Hayden Brown had found a slot to the outside, and I didn't see the hold, so it'd be interesting to see when we go back to look at the film how that contributed to that ball moving down the field.
5:11 to go. Indians down 13, 41-28. They got to find something in a hurry. 85 yards away from pay dirt and making it a one-score game, and then you turn to the hands unit and try to get an onside kick.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Kapaun does. They've been very successful when they've blitzed Palmer, Hutchinson, and disturbing those throws, but on many of these passing situations, they back up into more of a prevent defense, and right now they're not showing blitz, so Palmer Hutchinson will have time to throw this ball.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side, play action pass. Palmer steps up in the pocket, now has to elude the chase. He's going to run it along the right side, get out of bounds, a yard short of the first down. That's
really
an interesting spot.
How's that? Okay, but out of bounds to stop the clock. He picks up 9 yards.
5:03 to go in the game. Indians pick up 9, but they're still some 76 yards away from the end zone. 3 left, 1 right. That was a rush of 4 and got to the Indian quarterback in a hurry. 4 down linemen again by Kapaun. This time they bring a blitz. It's a handoff to Brown straight up the middle. Has a head of steam. Hurdles a defender as he gets to the 35. And to the 37-yard line is where he makes contact on a gain of 13.
Yeah, tell you what, Hayden Brown saw the open gap and then ran, and you're right, made that hurdle and got to the 37. It's a first down. It stops the clock briefly as they reset the chains.
98 yards for the Indian junior, who's over 1,000 in his career, over 800 on the season. 3 left, 1 right again. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Hutchison is going to keep it himself. Play action pass. Roll out to the right side. Looking down the field. Now he's going to fumble the football. Picked up by Kapaun and returned the other way to the 20. And that's going to do it. Indians' 3rd turnover. This one with 4:37 remaining.
You know, Palmer Hutchinson, actually a little bit of deception there by the Hayes High Indians. They pulled the right guard, Jack Fort, to the near side of the field, and then Palmer Hutchinson went away from it, thinking that they could pull the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusader linebackers away, but they read it. They got back, and we're going to sack Palmer Hutchinson and got the ball out of his arms.
The ball is being placed at the 30-yard line. Crusaders with another scoring opportunity that starts inside of Hayes High territory.
Hayes High Indians have 3 timeouts, but you got to believe Kapaun will not be in any hurry, and they'll keep this ball in the ground.
41-28. Indians led 28-27 going to the 4th quarter. We're going to give you a stat here after this play that really shows where the Indians are at. The snap clock down to 3, 2, 1. It is out. That's a delay of game. Oh, nope. Miraculously, with -1 second on the clock, Kapaun got a timeout, their 2nd of the half. The Hayes High Indians this year have been outscored in the 1st quarter 61-47, but then in the 2nd and 3rd quarter have outscored their opponents 79-48 and 81-70. It's been the 4th quarter this year that the Indians have struggled. They have been outscored 65-28 in the 4th quarter. So far tonight, they have been outscored 14-0. Now, granted, the 4th quarter started with Kapaun having the ball inside of the 15-yard line, but it's still when the 4th quarter points are scored. But this game is, for the most part, followed the way the season has gone for the Indians. A little bit of a slow start even after scoring first. Really good 2nd and 3rd quarter, and then the 4th quarter has belonged to the opponents. Power I formation on this 1st and 10 from the 30. Turn and handoff to Shonka. Shonka hit, picks up a yard, but Kapaun is good with doing that for the next 3 plays because they lead by 13, 4.5 minutes to go.
Now, Coach Crow has 3 timeouts to utilize. It's 2nd and 9 right now.
The Indians gave the Crusaders a shot. Really, you talk about opportunities, and both teams had them in the first half, but the Indians were down 14-13, turned it over 2 times. Had an opportunity to build themselves a nice halftime lead. Power I formation again. It's a pass this time by the quarterback who gets his arm hit. It floats in the air, and the Indians can't get there. It bounces off of 2 players on the ground. Boy, that had INT and an Indian breath of life written all over it, but incomplete. Logan Schulte hit the arm of the quarterback as he was throwing, incomplete from Jack Hacking.
Well, Maroney, Jaron Kanak tonight, that wide receiver role. You know what those guys all have in common?
Freshmen.
Exactly. And then, Tucker Veach tonight comes in and throws a touchdown pass. He's a sophomore. I'll tell you what. There's a lot to be excited for the Hayes High Indians. Now they start 3 seniors on the offensive line. Brock Loomis is a junior. Luke Fletcher is a junior, so they got some linemen coming back.
Hutchison to throw on second down. Looks for the screen to the near side. Incomplete. And again, a lot of pressure in the backfield. And the linemen for Kapaun right now can just pin their ears back and fly into the backfield. Hayes High will face 3rd down and 7. Their 16th 3rd down tonight. 5 wide receivers, Brown and Reuter to the right. Markley, Kanik, and also Ibarra to the left. Shotgun snap to Hutchison, 4-man rush. It gets to Hutchison, tripped but stays on his feet, sidesteps to the second guy, nope, can't get away. Well, and there's just no time to throw on that 3rd down. The 4th sack of the night of Palmer Hutchison. That one on 3rd down and 7 is a sack of 6 yards, and Hayes High will line up to go for it. Hayes High's season will come to a close at 3-6, it would appear, unless something crazy happens here on the next play. Roll out on 4th and 16. Hutchison steps up, throws down the field. It is going to be intercepted. Taken away by who else? Scott Valentes, still on his feet, and taken down on the Indians' 4th turnover of the night, just chucking it deep on 4th down. That's what you do on 4th and long late in the game, and the Indians have turned it over for a 4th time this evening. And Kurt, we talked about it in the pregame show, the one common factor with the Hayes High Indians this year with their losses, turnovers. That is turnover 24 on the season.
Yeah, and the second one of this second half, and 1 fumble on the last possession, and this time an interception. So Hayes High Indians trying to come back, and they fumble the ball, and then they throw an interception.
Keeper by the quarterback, Hacking, makes one guy miss, then gets hit hard at the 35-yard line, and then a couple of Indians and Crusaders mix it up. And Hayes High will take a timeout after the 2-yard run by Jack Hacking.
They have 1 more available after this.
And if you're keeping track at home, each team with 1 timeout remaining. The winner of this game likely to face Great Bend. They were up at halftime 23-0 over Valley Center. Some finals starting to come across on our Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. El Saline beats La Crosse 56-12 in Class 1A. Ulysses upends Abilene 28-0. That game in Ulysses. 49-7. It is Mays over Liberal. Dodge City up on Junction City 25-15. After leading 21-0, Hutchison has just regained the lead on a 2-point conversion with 2 minutes to play, 43-42. Plainville is up on Republic County 54-8.
Wouldn't that be funny if Hutchinson decides to grow on a roll now at week 9?
1 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. 2nd down and 8 for Kapaun after they've taken away the ball for a 4th time from Hayes High. Handoff, Shonka testing the right side, and Keaton Markley, senior, getting in at least 1 more tackle. Last time out taken by the Indians, gain of 1 for Shonka. Well, big plays tonight from the Kapaun Crusaders, something that they're not necessarily known for, really set them up. A 72-yard run by Scott Valentes to actually give the Crusaders a lead at 7-6 in the first quarter. Then he had a big 31-yard run that eventually set up a 2-yard touchdown run for the Columbia University commit. The Indians fought back, made it 21-21, but then 2 drives for the Crusaders to take a lead at 35-28 early fourth quarter. The Indians drove to the 43-yard line, fumbled the football but recovered at the 45 on the Kapaun side of the field, but then could not do anything with it. Punted the ball away. Kapaun scored to make it our 41-28 score. Their score that gave them the lead at 35-28 was on 4th and 12 on a pass. Here's a hacking run. Logan Schulte, the senior, jumps on him, and nope, he stays on his feet. Oh, the ball get fumbled? The ball got fumbled, and it's picked up by Altenor, and he's going to score a touchdown.
And that will do it.
Apparently the ball was fumbled. It was picked up by the Crusaders. The officials, the Indians looking at the officials saying the play was over, the ball was on the ground, but apparently not, and the Crusaders will make it 47-28. And we'll attempt one more extra point. 2:05 to go in the game.
You know, I'll tell you what, now this score is at 47-28. It's probably going to be a 28-point game here if they convert this PAT, or it will be a 20-point game, and really not reflective a score of what this game was really like for the Hayes High Indians. Yeah, the Hayes High Indians jump off sides twice, and they finally call it on the second one. But yeah, if you're tuning in late to this game and you're hearing a 20-point differential in this game with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, that's really not the character of this game. The Hayes High Indians went into halftime with a 1-point lead, and really this game was close all the way going into the fourth quarter. And boy, just two turnovers during the fourth quarter seal the game for the Kapaun-Mt. Carmel Crusaders.
Extra point good, 48-28. A fumble recovery run by the left tackle, Patrick Altenor, will put the final nail into this game. Altenor scores from about 20 yards out. Wasn't really expecting a fumble recovery for a touchdown, so it looked like the play had been over, but nonetheless, Hayes High down 48-28, 2:05 to go in the game.
You know, I said it with about 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in this game, and the Hayes High Indians were within one score, and Kapaun-Mt. Carmel looked like they were picking up steam. I said, the Hayes High Indians played a very good game tonight. They've got everything to be proud of, and even with the score now at a 20-point differential, they still do. They played very well tonight. They did a lot of things well to control the Crusaders. Just 4 turnovers in a game is going to be a problem. And you said it, Dustin. It's been all season long. That's 24 in total now, Hayes High Indians this season.
Yeah, the Hayes High Indians outscored the Crusaders 22-13 in the second and third quarter. But they have given up points in this fourth quarter, 21 total fourth quarter points. Been outscored 21-0 after taking a 28-27 lead. Brown and Canick back to return this kick. Brown will try to chase it down along the near sideline, pick it up to 17, bounce into his own guy, now have a right side return. He gets behind the 20, up towards the 25, and be marked down at the 24-yard line. The Indian offense will jog back out for what may be one final time. 48-28, a minute 57 to go. We'll try to get Coach Tony Crow up here high to the near top of Cessna Stadium to talk things over in the final post-game show. As Brown will go to the left of the quarterback, a 100-plus yard night for Hayden. The junior running back will be back next year. And whistles.
I'm not sure why. There was a late player that came on for Kapaun, but they only had 10 people on the field.
So the yard markers weren't set. And now they are.
Okay.
Dylan Reuter, wide receiver right. Now Kapaun running on a player late.
And one running off.
One run off
Scott
late.
Fuentes coming off.
Back to pass is Hutchison looking for Dylan Reuter up the sideline. Boy, Reuter gets tackled. They throw a flag. Yeah. Goodness. Dylan Reuter turns around to try to go back for the football and just gets tackled. That'll be pass interference. Kapaun's fourth 15-yard penalty tonight.
It would have been nice if that would have been called in the
well, that's a big difference, isn't it? When the Jacob Schmitz, the tight end for the Crusaders, went up and pushed Indian down in the end zone to go up and get the football. Scored a touchdown. So 15 yards will push the ball to the 39-yard line. And Hayes High will have 1st and 10, going right to left. Hutchison back to throw on 1st down. Escapes out to his right, looking down the field, throws, and is going to be caught. Caught near midfield on a nice sliding catch by Schrader. That'll be a gain of 11 yards. Schrader's 5th catch of the night.
If you're counting, the scoreboard still shows the Hayes High Indians have 1 timeout left, but I don't think that that's right. I think they've used all 3.
I have them with none as well. 243 yards passing, is lining up and trying to throw down the field. Deep flag on the play, not on the contact down the field, but in the backfield. And the penalty will be a hold against the Hayes High Indians, their 6th penalty of the night. It is their 2nd of the second half. And boy, for the Indians, they had a 28-27 lead going to the 4th quarter, but just a couple of really hard punches to the gut scoring-wise for the Crusaders. Dodge City wins tonight, 25-15 in our final Hayes Kalon scoreboard update of the year.
Over Junction City, right?
Yep, over Junction City. Hutchison pump fakes again, now throws down the field, looking for a back shoulder throw. Hutchison hit as he throws and gets up a little gingerly on his 30th pass attempt. 18 for 30, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, you're right. Kapaun-Mt Carmel Crusaders came out after halftime and took a 5-play drive in for a touchdown, then another touchdown, 3 consecutive touchdown drives to start this second half.
2nd down and 26. That flag was thrown 6 yards deep in the backfield. And, of course, the way high school football does, you end up marking it off from where the flag was. Pass over the middle. Keaton Markley with a sliding catch near midfield, and an official runs in from 15 yards away to say incomplete.
15 yards directly down the field, but you'd have to add another 15 yards to this. He's about 30 yards away.
And 3rd and 26. Hayes High's 17th 3rd down conversion attempt of the night.
And 119 left in the season for the Hayes High Indians.
5 of 16 on 3rd down this evening. Indians are 4 of 6 on 4th down with a pair of touchdowns. Hutchison to throw, has time, looks over the middle to Markley, who makes a catch, gets off the initial hit. He'll get to the to the line of scrimmage marker, which is a 16-yard gain. Markley's 2nd catch of the night. 4th down and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, he gets to midfield where this Hayes High Indians last had a 1st down, so it's 4th and 10.
Inside a minute to go. Pass to Markley. Oh, Markley takes a hit as he's coming over the middle. The ball nowhere near. Incomplete. And the Indians lose the ball on downs. And the Indians' second half has gone touchdown, punt, fumble, interception, losing the ball on downs. And Kapaun has gone touchdown, touchdown. They lost the ball twice on downs and then went touchdown again. And Hayes High's season will come to a close at 3-6 on the year. They're going to roll some of the seniors in and out here over the final 49 seconds. This is where Kapaun will take a knee. They will line up in the victory formation. Kapaun will go to 7-2. Hayes High led 28-27 going to the 4th quarter, but get outscored in the 4th, 21-0. Kurt David, another fine season, enjoying your company for the games. I appreciate your help throughout the year.
Yeah, it's been a fun season to watch. You really have kind of watched a roller coaster ride of this team under the first-year direction of Tony Crow. You saw some excitement in the Junction City game where they just really couldn't keep up with a fast-paced offense at Junction City. you saw a couple wins in there. You saw a couple close games at Garden City and Great Bend where Hail Mary passes were the differential at the end of the game where the Hayes High Indians could have tied or taken a victory into the game. And, gets into this Week 9 game, and people ask me all week long, what do you think? And I said, you know what? I said, I don't know a lot about Kapaun, but looking at their schedule, Hayes High Indians got a chance, and they played this game. I understand the score is 48-28, but that's not reflective of how the game really went. The Hayes High Indians really put themselves in a position time and time again to have a chance to win this game, and it really didn't get out of control to the end. So a disappointing end for these seniors, but really a well-played game tonight by the Hayes High Indians. Just 4 turnovers were the difference, and that's, again, a problem that the Hayes High Indians had all season long.
Hayes High falls by the final score of 48-28. Kapaun continues their season next week at Great Bend at 7-2. Hayes High's year comes to a close at 3-6. This has been Hayes High Indian Football.